following is, I hope you agree, a pretty nice example of an earth oven, yeah? A Hangi, umu, Samoa, yeah? This technique, yeah, is pretty much synonymous with Oceania, yeah? Not just Polynesia, but Micronesia, Melanesia, down through West Papua, what was called Papua New Guinea, yeah? Down through some of the Australian Aboriginals used it. But yes, similar, the same sort of principle was used in the Americas, the Middle East, in parts of Africa. Should have taken the fan off the hook, shouldn't I? Yeah, so I hope you like this example. This ancient way of cooking. It's very beautiful. It suffuses your food with a real earthy, yeah, it's beautiful, man. So I hope you like it. There was the pit. I lined it with put a nice couple of stones in the bottom as well. You don't have to do that, but it's nice. And I made a lovely teepee to get it going, yeah? There's the nice nice circle, yeah? To put on top. And there's the soil. There's a pile of rocks to use. There's the sticks that I'm going to make into a nice fire to cook those stones. Cover it over. Hey ho, we go. Okay, let's go over to the fire. You stay there. Come right round to here. Let's light it together. Here is my daughter, my beautiful daughter Ihama. This is for you, Ihama, Maui and all the children. That's Grandfather Fire, Grandfather Sun, Great Spirit, Great Mystery. Aho. Touch to your heart, touch to your heart. Touch my heart. Ah, brilliant. And then let's go. 1, 2, 3.
I let straight go over.
Well done, yeah, because you don't want to get burnt, do you?
No, I let right go over.
That's really good, you helped. You helped there, and that's really, really good. I love you. Thanks, Grandfather. Matches. Another way to light a fire. Mate showed me that the other day. Proper clever one, fella, that. Had to do the expedient way today. Look at that. Let me get the camera. Hold on a sec. Smoky one, yeah? It's beautiful in that light, doesn't it, the smoke. Look at that. See how it's going, conflagration. Look at that.
Wow.
See a teepee fire is a good way to get a fire going, man. Check that out, man. What do you think, Ihama? Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that. There she goes. That is superb. One way to light a fire. Absolutely fantastic. Look at it. Wow.
Come back. Get it back.
Just about getting ready to make the crisscross fire over the top, put the stones on. Pretty good, eh, Ihama?
Yay! Go!
Woohoo!
Go!
It's going, isn't it?
Yeah.
A real beauty. Just like you. You helped light that fire, didn't you?
Yes.
You're magic. It's a fire's magic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful place this, yeah?
Yeah.
Baxter's Garden in West Sanford. Ihama's grandmother, my mother. We've got plenty in there. Now that Go crisscross, yeah? Like this. So now we're getting going, yeah?
Yeah.
So there you can see the fire, which has now got several layers, yeah? I'm going to wait for it to build a little bit, then stones are going to go on top. And hey ho diddly do. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful ancient scene? Check that out, man. I love it. There's the fire. Listen. Now she's building. Yeah. Check that out. Such beauty. Stones are all falling in there, getting ready. She's getting ready to go. They're already there. Stones are falling in, potting up. You definitely want non-poisonous plants, and preferably beautiful plants for the foliage to go in there, yeah? To wrap the other edible plants, yeah, or beautiful plants not non-poisonous. So here you've got a nice large bunch of sage, huge bunch of oregano, lovely bit of rosemary, and here's some wrapping leaves, yeah, beautiful kales, and if vegetarian guests are coming, you've got some potatoes, giant carrot, apples, yeah, so we're going to roast them up in the in the honey. That's it, ready to wrap and get the fire cooking. Put the earth over the top and so on. Let the hot ancestor stones do their work. Isn't that gorgeous? Ready to put the thick layer of oregano and sage, and then we're going to put on food and put on over the earth, plump it down a bit, and there we go. There's potatoes wrapped and apples wrapped, a couple left them. They're on such a thick layer of foliage. I'm going to cover the top layer with the rest of the oregano and foliage, and then put the earth on. Smoke seeping out to the earth, the centre there as well. So I'm going to plug those holes up with the remainder of the earth there, look. Here she is, my honey, my mama. Haha, fit for cooking. Proper good tucker that one, mate. Lovely. Really good fun. No sooner do you think you've done all the holes and it seeps out somewhere else. Yeah? Tiny little bit. You probably can't see it actually. I pretty much got it now. Had a tiny bit down there. The camera pick it up. There, you see little wafts. There you go. I'll give them a couple up in a sec. Now it's a case of sit back, let the earth oven do her job. My honey. Apache. You. Nice little bit of sage, rosemary, oregano on top, just to make it look proper nice, make the cooking taste good. Earthy, herby, proper scrummy tasty. Over 2 hours later, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, I can still smell it. There's nice little gentle bit of smoke coming out. Yeah, you can see it. But I'm just about to unearth it. See what we got. Thank you, say good fire. It's so hot, man. Well hot. We have to use, so hot, man. Real good. So I'm gonna use a stick. Stick again. Impossible to, as usual, trying to film and do something. Impossible to do it effectively, so put the camera down. I have to make an apology that the result of this fire are not here. Fortunately, I ran out of tape. I knew I was super low on tape. It's hard to get these old school tapes. It's a pity that such immense knowledge is being hasn't got support, funding or whatever to do this kind of filming and this work a little bit more professionally, inverted commas. But we do what we do. That's the way we do it. One of these days we're going to get enough cash to have not have these things happen so much. But there you go. You've seen the main thing. I've got a photo somewhere. I borrowed a stills camera or someone took a photo. Don't know where it is. Anyway, see the process and get out there and try it yourselves if you haven't already. You may already have. Enjoy it if you do. So this is an example of Indigenous education. You know, our aim has been to study peoples and cultures, yeah, and the natural history of every major geographic region on the planet, or every major cultural region on the planet. Of course, you can have different definitions of how broad those are, so there's no way we've made it. But to our knowledge, to my knowledge, this is the organisation which has gone more deeply into more different places than I believe any other organisation there is. But it's not enough to do it by reading lists. Yeah, I've got an incredible, unbelievable reading list if you read the bibliographies to the Fire Book and the collected essays 1 and 2. It's practical skills as well, yeah, and cultural skills. So just let me qualify that any other organisation statement, yeah? By that, I'm referring to an organisation with a very holistic education, yeah? An education that involves a strong practical element, yeah? A strong emphasis on bushcraft, yeah? So clearly there are cultural anthropologists, I would imagine. I'm sure there are cultural anthropologists who've gone further down, have studied more different people in more places than I have. Similarly, there must be natural historians who've studied more, you know, more about the natural history of a greater area than me. But to my knowledge, and it is only to my knowledge, but that's based on a lifetime of reading, research, travel and experience, including surfing the internet, the Indigenous education and the Society of Scout Trackers are, to my knowledge, the organisation which is got the broadest education of world culture embedded in also in natural history, yeah, of world culture with an emphasis pertaining to bushcraft. That's my belief, my experience, and an in-depth look into Indigenous education will, I believe, bear that out. But most people have only just seen like the odd little video here and there, which scarcely elucidates Indigenous education as a whole. Briefest glimpses, aren't they? You have to read the collected essays, see the full film of How to Make Fire in Honour of Someone that comes out, and read that book. Yeah? And then check out the reading lists and look at the skills. You see what I mean? I don't just say it. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. It's a worthwhile, incredible organisation. Look at the concepts. Re-indigenisation. It's a verb I coined around 2000, meaning to make indigenous once again. And I was making that verb as I was making works of art, which people might call environmental art, but Indigenous education would be a better way of putting it, yeah? Working out in Java, doing, village tree planting projects and amazing works of art like Ours Is Not a Rubbish Earth. There's one performance, and Aku Sedi Dan Mara. Yeah, amazing performance based on, pollution and the pollution of the rivers and the beauty of the rivers and the need to honour the waters, so on and so forth. To re-indigenise, hence the Relax project related to Indigenous education, yeah? The re-indigenisation of land, art, culture, science and society, yeah? Immense amount, a lifetime's work of intense and continuous study, yeah, of culture and nature, with a couple of decades, at least more, nearly 3 decades, of it emphasising the indigenous cultures, yeah. But before that, it was the same thing. I was born in Yoruba land, in Nigeria. I haven't stopped being fascinated by it all since. It was 47 years ago. That's a little tiny bit about Indigenous education and the Society of Scout Trackers. Hey ho, diddly day. Sit your head on the Ehama. My beautiful daughter, Ehama, again. Say hi.
Hi.
Good night.
Good night.
Keep well. Cheers, guys.